Hello, Super Nerd Friends, and welcome to Thursday. I am very tired today. Not because of anything like what Haley was going through with her caffeine-ness, although I'm sorry I was keeping you up with the phone call, but because I took an antihistamine to go to sleep last night, because 2 nights ago I had I had like sudden itching all over, well not all over, but on my arms right here, all the way up, and on my ankles, which was really strange. But yeah, itching. And then I went to the doctor the other day, and they said it was probably a heat rash. Gave me some cream to put on it, which does not make it itch less, and an antihistamine, like a stronger version of Benadryl, so that I can go to sleep at night, which was really good because last night it started itching a lot. So it was nice to have that. But yeah, I'm still tired from it, even though I took it at 11 last night, because it makes you very tired, and it's 12:30 right now. Today is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th day of work left. I'm down, yeah, I'm counting days. I think so. I don't work next Saturday, which is weird because we always work Saturdays, but I think everyone works Saturdays because that's the day for pizza. But I'm not scheduled for Saturday, so I thought that was weird. And yeah, so that might be my last day, or Monday might be my last day, since I put my 2 weeks in on this Monday. Yeah, so that's work stuff done now with that. I've been reading books for school. I got my school books, well, a couple of them. I got this one, Country Driving, A Chinese Road Trip, which has been fantastic, by Peter Hissler. I'm only on like page 20 or something of 420, but it's super interesting, and he's really funny, and it's very insightful to Chinese culture currently, which is really interesting. Especially as a history major, I do not get to read a lot of books about current culture. I'm also reading Dreaming and the Self, which I tried to read, and it gave me like a brain aneurysm, because it's obviously a doctoral thesis or something, and so they're trying to use as large of words as possible, and making sentences that don't say anything really, they just have big words in them. So it's irritating, because it's obvious already that they're trying to just fill space, and trying to sound smart, which makes it difficult and painful to decipher. But I will get through it. It'll just take a little while. I read a tad bit more of Diamond Age, which I should be much better at reading once my job is done. I am to the part where it's talking about, it's Harv and Nell, or whatever her name is, and they're creating mattresses, and she had a mattress created for her by her brother, and she was like, I should do that for my pet friends, or her stuffed animals, or whatever, which I'm assuming is going to have some sort of consequence, but I haven't read far enough to see it. So Bud is dead. So I guess Bud was kind of just an introduction for his children. I think he's kind of interesting, I guess, in the contrast of showing someone who's in a low class in this future versus a high class, like the hack works, or who, at least in like a medium high class, like upper middle class. But yeah, the technology is kind of interesting. I find it interesting that the Victorians are like, we want to do everything ourselves and not be influenced by these silly technologies, because I had completely forgotten about the muscle stimulants. So thanks for reminding me of that, Becky. But yeah, I don't know. The book is still kind of written in a way that I feel like I'm given a lot of information, like the muscle thing, that I'm not sure why. I'm just not sure of the purpose of this book yet, at all. And I think he does get lost in the world that he's built and not make us interested in it, I guess, like Haley was talking about before. But I'm going to press on, keep going. It's, like I said, significantly less irritating than it was at the beginning, so no worries about that. I just have to have time. what else? Oh, so there's Tour de France news. I'm sorry, I'm still talking about it, but it'll probably be less because it's almost over, and because I'm just completely and utterly devastated. So Frank Schleck, my lovely Luxembourgian, or Luxembourgish man, was they do drug screenings for them all the time, and they found a diuretic in his system that is illegal for the tour, which I was horribly devastated about. And apparently the diuretic isn't even useful to the tour. Like, it doesn't help you in any way because diuretics are flushing your body of your fluids. So if anything, it's very detrimental to your ability to ride in the tour, because not only do you have to pee all of the time, which makes it a lot more difficult to ride for hours, but you also are losing more water from sweat and everything. You have to drink a lot more water, and it's just much, much more difficult. So I was like, why is that even something they test for? And apparently that drug makes it more difficult to detect other drugs, and that's why they screen for it, and that's why it's a problem. Which I guess I kind of understand, but these men are tested so often for everything. And my dad and I were kind of talking about that, how it's become a bit ridiculous, because it's almost like you couldn't take a medicine for some disease or something that you had, some problem, without them getting all on your case about it. And it's just kind of like, I don't know. He says he never took it, that he doesn't remember taking it in any way, and that he is getting his B samples tested, because when they do the urine test, they have an A sample and then a B sample. And then if the B sample comes back as positive, then he says that somebody slipped it into his drink. But it's just very strange, I guess. He dropped out of the tour because of it, because he wanted to prepare a defense. Because even something like this, like being caught that you were taking a diuretic or something, even though it's not worthy of getting you kicked out of the tour or even suspended or anything, it still is extremely bad looking on your record that you got caught for anything. And, it's bad for his, character, obviously, that they think that he's abusing substances he knows he's not supposed to. So hopefully the B test comes back negative, or that it's such a low amount that I don't understand why they would freak out about it. And if not, I don't know. I'm really sad, because now Frank is out too. And so, no Luxembourg win for the Tour de France this year. I mean, he wasn't doing that great, so I didn't think he was going to win, but it was still very sad. Other news. The other day, somebody threw carpet tacks onto the raceway and caused 48 tire punctures that day. One man is out of the race because of it. He fell off his bike, broke his collarbone, and cannot ride anymore. And Cadell Evans, who is I think he was in 4th, I think he's now in 6th or 7th, but he was one of the contenders to win this year, like very high up there, and who won last year, got 3 tires punctured, had to change wheels twice and a bike once, and fell very far behind of the peloton, the main group. So the peloton, with Bradley Wiggins in it, who currently has the yellow jersey, they all slowed down because they sent out a message to everybody, we need to slow down so that Cadell can catch back up, because cycling is a gentleman's sport and that's what you do. And then this one guy, Pierre Rolland, who is obviously French, and who, I think he's in like 8th or something, or he was that day, just takes off as fast as he can, so, trying to get time. So, it's because the peloton's going to wait. But now they can't wait, because Pierre Rolland is going to get a whole bunch of time. So they have to chase him down. So they can't wait for Cadell for a while. They have to chase him down. They finally catch him, and they say, hey, what's up with that? And he's like, oh, I didn't get the message. Which I'm pretty sure that he did. And he was just trying something. But, yeah. So it's nice, Cadell caught up, and the time remained the same, and everything was fine. Except for that one guy who's out of the tour because he broke his collarbone. But it's just like, I don't know, appalling that someone would do that in cycling, because it's such a non-crazy fan sport that it was just kind of sad to see that. And like somebody's response to it, I think it was Bradley Wiggins, was that these people, if they want to do these kind of shenanigans, should go to a football match. And I was like, yes, they should. So hopefully the French police will be able to catch them, since this is kind of like their baby. Tour de France is their pride and joy. And yeah, it's kind of sad that someone would do that. And I mean, people do things like that at the tour all the time, but they're usually not to that extreme. Like, many people could have died because of that, because of the tax. You know, they were on very large hills that day, it was raining, and they had tack problems. It's just ridiculous. Besides that, I have my rash, which I just got medicine for. I also have my antibiotics and my pain medication for my root canal, which no longer hurts, and so I just have a whole bunch of extra pain medication, which I will probably take back to the pharmacy, because you can give them back your pills if you don't use them, and I think that makes more sense than what my mom does, which is keep them just in case we need them in an emergency. Because I think if it's that big of an emergency, you should just go to the hospital and have them give you medicine. I understand, like, having some might be kind of a good idea, but it's too easy for, like, abuse and things, I think. So I'll probably be taking those back. And I also, like I said, got some cream and everything, so I have all sorts of medicine right now. It's really weird, because I have 3 of the bottles and 1 tube of stuff. But yeah, I went to the doctor, and she said she thought it was a heat rash, and that if it doesn't clear up within a week, that I should go back. And it's really weird, because it'll hurt sometimes, it itch really, really bad, and like right now it's kind of okay, so hopefully it's not a big deal. But yeah, not much else to say, I don't think. I'm glad you're having fun with the children, Becky. Mackenzie was here for a while. She spent the night, and Mackenzie is very nice, you know, and I like hanging out with her, but she just likes to bother me. Like, she comes in at, like, the worst times. Like, I was reading my book, and then she came in and just kept talking to me like I didn't have a book in my hands, so it's impossible to read my book. And so I was like, good to know that once I'm a mom, I will not be able to read books once my children can talk. So yeah, good lessons, I guess. But besides that, not much. Haley, I was interested in the weight loss article that you read, what you were talking about. And I think a lot of that makes a lot of sense, obviously. I'm not sure that our diet really is different from that, besides that people are really trying to commit because they do get so much weight off, and they're like, okay, this really needs to stick. But I've heard of a lot of people who gain back weight because they're not changing their lifestyle, and I do feel hungrier. Like, the lower of my weight that I get, the hungrier I feel. So I believe that completely. But yeah, I'm doing today as my last day with drops, and then I have 2 days, I think 2, of the same 500 calorie without drops, and then I go to the maintaining phase. So hopefully that will go well. It went pretty well last time. And yeah, that's it. That's my life right now. Love you guys, and you're awesome, and amazing, and wonderful, and cool. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.